This is the third of our videos updating how we've organized the climate web to make it a lot easier to access. And what we're going to explore in this video is the rapid access to everything doorway. As opposed to one of the earlier videos, you'll see it's now populated by material that was hidden before. It's explained there in the notes field and in detail why a lot of this content is hidden, because we don't want to make online access hard and confusing. This doorway is primarily intended for premium access users who have downloaded the climate web onto their own computers, because then you can unhide content and actually see what you're seeing here on my screen. So this is basically everything that I've been showing you in the other videos, as well as much more information organized in a way that you can see it all in one place. For example, if I go down to rapidly looking at climate as a system, which is what I showed you in the second video, then we have, for example, the $1 trillion questions. And here, instead of walking you through a lot of content and having to do a lot of different clicks, which is how we've primarily organized the climate web, so it's much less confusing, here you can very rapidly see everything in the climate web relating to the $1 trillion questions, all of the main pages for the questions, all of the dashboards, and all of that is in one place. And you can come in and very quickly take advantage of that. Same thing with climate futures, for example. So you can come in here, and as you can see, it's a huge amount of stuff. It would be disconcerting to see this much information on your screen if you're using the climate web online, but if you're using it on your own computer, this can be a very fast way to find almost anything you want to find by scanning down through all of the dashboards over here relating to climate futures, or all of our individual pages relating to climate futures. You don't have to systematically walk through the topic the way we've designed it for online access. And you can still use it in the same way in terms of online access. You don't have to come in through this particular doorway, but it can be a very good way of jumping around and digging quickly into topics in terms of here are all the tags and pages related to climate risk, for example. Now, if we come back out, we have other things we can take a look at here. We have, for example, experts by topic. So this jumps into organizations of experts, just to show you what we've done with a lot of experts in the climate web. I'm going to click on the science individuals, which pulls up a lot of key science players. I'm going to click on one in particular, Mike McCracken, Climate Institute. And so here you can see all of the information of Mike McCracken that you can access in the climate web. And you can do this for hundreds of individuals across all kinds of topic areas. If I come back to the rapid access, another thing we have is the audience resource collections. If I click there, you can come in and then see, for example, all the dashboards and all the pages that are most useful for climate educators or communicators or business user entry points, and come in and start digging into lots of content in that way. If we jump back out, we also have the topical search terms that I briefly showed you in an earlier video. You can come in here and then work your way down through collections of topical search terms, low carbon transition, international climate agreements, and inevitable policy response. And then you can just take advantage of the fact that we've tested out search terms for all of these different topics to make it easy for you to find content that you might want to find. If we come back to the business and climate change topic for a second, here you can come in to climate risk disclosure and all sorts of topics that you can then dig into as much as you want to. And now I'm going to do a quick look at the category here of unique resource collections, which is a lot, again, a lot of curation available to you almost instantly. So for example, the entire skeptical science database we've linked to here in terms of being able to go in and see all of the different arguments that are being used by climate deniers, et cetera. And you can very quickly see what skeptical science recommends for that topic. We have Quora climate change. Quora is a great way of accessing questions where a lot of experts often will answer. So if I come over here to Q&A relating to climate technology, that will pop up lots of different questions. And each of these questions, then you can explore, you can hover your mouse and it'll instantly open so you can get a quick sense of what that question is about. In which case, if you want to click on the thought, and then you can come over here and explore all of the answers. And so again, we've done that for hundreds of the best Quora questions and answers. And it's a great way of finding a lot of good information that you probably otherwise might never have been able to access. We've done the same with Wikipedia. So hundreds and hundreds of Wikipedia pages organized, very easy to follow. And we also have social media collections, so you can take a look at Twitter feeds for key individuals, for key organizations, climate-related LinkedIn groups, climate-related Facebook pages, and again, organized here in ways that make it easy to track them down. So that quickly illustrates how almost all of the Climate Web's content is actually available within just 2 or 3 clicks through this rapid access to everything thought, which is available to premium access users. Not something everyone's going to try and do. You're not going to want to try and do this online, but it really is an amazingly fast way to leverage the 25,000 hours of knowledge curation that have gone into the Climate Web. I hope these videos have been useful. If you have questions, please let us know.